Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we unpack the weirdest questions people are too embarrassed to ask out loud. But we know you're thinking them anyway. Today's curious query comes from one of our brilliant viewers, Phil_SG01. Thanks for the suggestion, Phil. You asked, why are there still apes if humans evolved from them? Ooh, classic. A question so common that it probably has its parking spot in the Misunderstood Science Hall of Fame. Well, buckle up your thinking caps and grab a banana, because today we're diving into evolution, family trees, and why your cousin Greg still exists, even though you were both born from the same grandparents. Let's swing into it, right here on Explaining Everything. First things first, humans didn't evolve from apes. We evolved alongside them from a common ancestor. It's like this. You and your cousin might both come from Grandma Mildred, but that doesn't mean one of you morphed into the other, even if you do think Greg is stuck in evolutionary neutral. So no, we didn't wake up one day as gorillas and go, you know what would be cool? Opposable thumbs and paying rent. Evolution doesn't work like a magical upgrade or a Pokemon evolution. There's no congrats. Your chimpanzee evolved into a human. Instead, scientists believe that millions of years ago, there was a species of primate that gave rise to both modern humans and modern apes, like chimpanzees, gorillas, and orangutans. Think of it as one family tree with a bunch of weird, hairy branches. We just ended up being the branch that discovered Wi-Fi and espresso machines. Let's zoom out and look at the family reunion. Humans share about 98.8% of their DNA with chimpanzees. We're also close relatives of bonobos, gorillas, and orangutans. And somewhere way back there, there's a funky little ancestor that we all have in common. This ancestral primate lived roughly 6 to 8 million years ago in Africa. Over time, their descendants split off into different environments, adapted in different ways, and evolved into separate species. One branch led to modern chimps and bonobos, who are still living that chill jungle life, flinging fruit and judging our fashion choices. Another branch led to us, the Homo sapiens, who eventually invented TikTok and office cubicles. So, you tell me who won here. Here's a big misunderstanding. People think evolution is a ladder, like we climbed from bacteria to fish, to lizards, to apes, to humans, to Elon Musk. But evolution is more like a bush. It branches out in different directions, with no clear top. There's no final boss level where you unlock humanity and a fancy watch. Apes didn't stop evolving. They've been evolving just like us, adapting to their environments in their way. If chimps could talk, they'd probably say, wait, you evolved into this. A creature that invented pineapple on pizza? The point is that all living species are at the tip of their evolutionary branch. No one is more advanced than anyone else. We just evolved differently. So yes, apes still exist because they're not failed humans. They're successful apes. Okay, a quick refresher on how evolution works. It's not magic, it's not goal-oriented, and it doesn't have a 5-year plan. Evolution is driven by natural selection, which means traits that help you survive and reproduce are more likely to get passed on. That's it. So being hairy, eating leaves, and chilling in trees works for you? Great! You win at evolution in your habitat. If walking upright, using tools, and arguing with strangers on the internet help your species survive, congrats, Homo sapiens. You also win. Both paths are valid. There's no better, just better for that environment. Apes didn't become humans because they needed to. Our paths just forked in the jungle road. Ah, yes, the missing link, a phrase that's confused more people than IKEA furniture instructions. People expect to find some half-ape, half-human creature wearing cargo shorts and holding a Starbucks cup. But here's the thing. Evolution doesn't work in sudden jumps. It's gradual. So no, there's not one single link that explains it all. It's a whole chain of transitional species, many of which we've already found. Meet the squad. Australopithecus afarensis, aka Lucy, walked upright, had a small brain, and probably crushed the jungle dance floor. Homo habilis, known as handyman because they made tools. Also likely to leave reviews on stone tablets. Homo erectus, bigger brain, walked fully upright, probably invented the group project. Each one of these species was a stepping stone on the road to us, not some awkward ape-human hybrid with commitment issues. So, let's break it down one more time. Humans didn't evolve from modern apes. We just share a common ancestor. Apes are still around because they're thriving in their evolutionary lane. Evolution isn't a straight line. It's a tangled, fabulous mess. And finally, you can stop asking, if we evolved from apes, why are there still apes? That's like saying, if Italians came to America, why are there still people in Italy? Because they didn't all move? It's not that hard once you stop picturing it like Pokemon. So next time someone drops that, "Why are apes still here?" line at a party, you can smile politely, take a sip of your drink, and hit them with some knowledge bombs. Because now you know that humans and apes are evolutionary cousins, not sequels. And evolution, it's more of a Netflix anthology series than a single storyline. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.